Woohoo!
Now it started recording. Oh, now you're doing the Love Boat Isaac maneuver.
Yeah, the six guns a blazing.
All right. Welcome back to Two and Two. I'm David.
And I'm
And that's
Gary.
Isaac. Yeah, change your name. Change
And
your
I'm
name
Ted
on the
Lang.
icon here. We want to look at the energy around Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2025.
Yes.
It's less than 2 months away as we record this on Friday the 29th. So
What's happening?
exactly what's happening now. I will say this: the lack of information about Biden and the Democrats challenging the elections is so silent. It makes you think they're not doing any work behind the scenes whatsoever, which means that either they're not doing any work behind the scenes whatsoever, which is why you're not hearing anything, or they are doing a lot of work behind the scenes and they're doing an extremely good job of keeping it quiet.
Yep. Well, a couple things. For example, Jack Smith. You never knew anything. Nothing ever leaked out of Jack Smith's Justice Department team until they were ready to release it. Same with Biden. Like when he was negotiating, wasn't there like a hostage negotiation that they just freed some folks out from Russia, and then you had the basketball lady, is it Brittany Griner or something like that?
Yeah.
You had all these negotiations that you didn't even know they were doing it until after everything was resolved and they announced it. So
that's kind of Biden's style. He likes to keep things hush hush and negotiate things and then announce it when it's done.
The other thing that's out there is a lot of chatter going on in Europe with some of these elections, like in Romania, the Republic of Georgia, where they're basically coming out and saying there's election interference going on here, guys. And you there's so much stuff going on where that the agencies, the letter agencies, are looking at this and starting to put puzzle pieces together. And whether there's actual fraud or not, I guess we'll find out soon enough. But there's a lot of people complaining about it right now. There's a lot of things that look really funny right now. And it's not a coincidence that all these things are starting to happen around the same time. And then you got Elon Musk shooting his mouth off to the wife of the president of Brazil, saying, "You're next." At some point, you'd like to think that the agencies are looking at this stuff and saying, okay, we really need to examine what's going on here. This isn't just Twin Tarot saying that something is smelling fishy, or there's tarot readers out there saying something smells fishy.
But yeah, so let's take a look. The energy around Inauguration Day, then we'll read general energy, then we'll read on Democrats and Republicans.
Yes.
Don't. And this is the caveat, especially after all the build up for the election. Don't get your hopes up that anything's going to change. Keep your expectations low. That way, when it happens, you don't have as far to fall.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean nothing's happening. It just means that they're really good at keeping it quiet. Or there's nothing happening.
Or there's nothing happening, right?
So yeah. Does that mean it's like, again, I'm hitting that point where I can say, fine. If you're going to put Trump in, fine. The people who are going to suffer the most are his supporters. And I'm sorry for everybody else that has to suffer along with it. I would just as soon not go down that path, but apparently other people's free will can trample on mine.
Yeah.
And all right, so we'll see what happens. I read the general energy around Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2025. This is for entertainment purposes only. King of Swords. It's Jack Smith investigations, or is it just going to be cut and dry as to what happens here? King of Wands. We have a pair of kings. Got the King of Swords, King of Wands. We have kind of truth or ruthless thing that's going. Decisions need to be made. Actions need to be taken. This, in some ways, this is like, Biden leading up to it. If he has the information, what's he going to do with it?
Yeah.
Underneath is the Page of Pentacles looking at it. Maybe they don't have, if they do nothing, it could be they don't have enough information to go with it. And it all depends on the evidence that they find.
Or don't find.
Or don't find. Exactly. In the past Knight of Wands, systematically looking at things, I would prefer to see a Knight of Swords moving a lot more quickly, because this is a slow, systematic approach to looking at the issues. Current situation, they do have a treasure trove of information. Underneath it all, do you have enough? They've got enough. They've hit the jackpot. They've got the treasure trove. What are you going to do with that information? Overarching energy is the Eight of Swords. You're kind of, this is not the card you want to see there, right?
No, it's not the card I wanted to see.
Are you stuck with the election results? Are your hands tied? What do I want to do with this information on this?
I guess it's better than the outcome card.
Oh, yeah, it's true. The lesson we learned tonight comes, how do you sell this? If there's a problem and you've got the information, how do you sell it? How do you sell this thing? Do you go forward and say, we're gonna, the Constitution will go through, or do you try to reach out to the American people? Outcome is the Lover's card, bringing people together, big contracts, big things. It's not decided. It's just not decided. How is Biden going to handle this? I think they get enough information. This is exactly what Putin wants. You've got enough information to know that your election got stolen. What does Biden do with this? Do you let Trump get inaugurated and try and keep the illusion of your democracy in place? Or do you say that there's interference and we need to look into something else and reveal the data?
I think I'm not going to call it a hit, because I did get a hit when we did that Taco Tuesday with Marina on election night, when we were looking at where were Melania and Barron going to be living in 4 years. Then I had a hit. That was a smaller hit. It strikes me that they may actually work with the Republicans, the Democrats and Republicans work together to come up with a solution for this. That the information gets shared, everyone is on board saying, oh yeah, wait a minute, this isn't right. And then they're going to come together with, that final card. Is it the Lover's card you has as the outcome? Yeah, coming together, they're going to put out that offering, the Knight of Cups, and they're going to come together with some sort of agreement on how to move forward, how to best move forward with this.
The only way that happens is if the Senate Intelligence Committee and the House Intelligence Committee get together to discuss.
Yep.
Because right now, I put zero faith in the Republican Party, especially in the House, to deal with this in a mature, what's best for the country manner. That does not strike me as who is currently residing in the House of Representatives. The Senate, you can maybe make a hand-waving argument that they might be a bit more fair and balanced, but not in the House. The House has a lot of extremists in it.
Okay. But
yeah, I think there's enough there. There's enough there. What do they do with it?
Right.
And that Lover's card could be the thought about Five Eyes. Having the information come from outside the United States, having a coalition of U.S. allies, wanting a recount or something along those lines, raising the alarm. That could also be the Knight of Cups. Is that you have other countries coming out saying, for your democracy's sake, we've got to share this information, whether you like it or not. What are you going to do with it? Which segues right into how are the Republicans going to feel and how the Democrats are going to feel.
So how are the Republicans going to feel? I know how one Republican is going to feel. Not happy about it. Nope. Okay. Oh my gosh. There you go, Dave. Foundation of the reading, right where Dave left off, the Judgment card. For the Republicans, the energy is Okay, if we're interpreting this correctly for entertainment purposes only, if we're interpreting this correctly, and the information comes out that things were not on the up and up, the Republicans need to kind of stand up, and judgment needs to be, are you going to stand up and answer the call? Now, what that call is, if the justice card comes out, then we'll know what the call is. But right now, the truth is out there. Are you going to stand up and answer the call? The challenge is the 10 of Wands. Just trying to get Trump to the finish line. All we got to do is get Trump to Inauguration Day, and this all goes away. Underneath it is the Emperor, which is Trump. At least when we do election readings, the Emperor always seems to be Trump. Underneath, Trump wants to get to Election Day. He wants to get Inauguration Day, not Election Day. He wants to get to Inauguration Day and take office. That is the challenge the Republicans have underneath it. They want to get Trump in office.
Yep. I'm not seeing any reconciliation there on the GOP side.
No, not so far. In the past, they got the hangman. It's all in how you look at it. It's do we throw them under the bus? Do we, this, what I think this could be is looking at the election rules and looking at them in a slightly different way. Well, it doesn't say you can't do this. There's two, like when we do games, like D&D and whatnot, there's two camps. There's those that read the codex and say, okay, this is what they say you can do. And there are
permissive rules versus non-permissive rules.
Yes, exactly. This is what the rules say you can do. That's one mindset. The other mindset is, well, the rules don't say you can't do it, so you must be allowed to do it. That could be what that hangman is in the past.
Sure. Power gamers, man. Why would we willingly give up power?
Yeah. Oh, there's your Page of Pentacles. The current energy is that Page of Pentacles, kind of that.
You don't have enough evidence.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think currently the Republican energy on Inauguration Days, they feel you don't have enough evidence to go forward, or you don't have enough things to prove your case. That's the messaging from the Emperor.
That judgment card is, hey, the American people are spoken. Elections have consequences. If you don't like it, you don't get to say there's election interference. Show us the evidence. Oh, you don't have anything.
Well, there's your evidence.
Yeah.
The overarching energy is the Ace of Wands. There is a strong call for action here, or a new call for action. Speak softly, but carry a big stick. For the Republicans, Republican energy. Does that mean that they're just going to say shut up?
Pretty much. I think we won.
Yeah, we won. Shut up.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with it.
Quit your whining. The lesson to be learned is strength. Just even if you're not strong, pretend you're strong.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We won. We're the stronger party. Outcome. Seven of Pentacles. That whole reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Contemplative. Kind of look in the future of all the good things that can happen in the future, versus what what you decide today can affect what you get in the future. So it's looking like the Republicans feel like the Democrats don't have enough of a message to take action.
Yeah, nothing that will get people riled up against them.
Yeah,
literally, it's just like I was going to say something about porky pies. There's that British saying about lies, porky pies, or telling porky pies, telling lies. But literally, there's just like, you guys lost, you can't handle it. Bunch of snowflakes. That's what I get from them.
Okay.
They're not going to give up without a fight. No. Democrats, how are they looking at that? Throwing it quickly. Democrats are celebrating. It's kind of like what's the next steps? disappointed and heartbroken with the loss. The Republicans took all the houses here, but maybe they cheated in the process of doing that. If they did, and there's evidence of it, this is not fair. This belonged to us, and it was stolen, type thing. And we're not going to have a dictator put in there. And it could even be that Putin releases that information in there. And there's your Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah. And the High Priestess underneath it, the knowledge, the secrets that things got taken. I suspect Putin is a dick and releases that information.
You suspect that? Let's take
releases a poll. That information before the inauguration just to cause turmoil. That just max turmoil is to release that information prior to inauguration and then watch Americans just absolutely lose their minds over this. It's kind of like, again, the Democrats, I suspect Putin's going to release that information and the Democrats are going to say, ha, we told you that Kamala won. And, and the Republicans are going to be like, no, just because Putin said it doesn't mean he did it, and there's going to be mayhem, and Putin's he's going to thrive on it. It's funny. Michelle and I were just watching Captain America: Civil War on the Marvel movie, and Baron Zemo, who plays a very sympathetic villain in that. He was an intelligence officer for this one mythical country that had its main city destroyed in the second Avengers movie, which preceded this movie. And he lost his father and his wife and his child, and basically holds the Avengers accountable for the slaughter of his family. And so he goes out of his way to bring down SHIELD, as well as get Captain America and Iron Man fighting each other. Mm-hmm. And and basically the thing is, he couldn't take down these agencies from the outside. He had to collapse them from the inside, and that's exactly what Putin's trying to do. Yeah, he's trying to collapse the United States from the inside.
Okay, so what I just little four-carder is Putin going to release some sort of damning information right before the inauguration? The main, the foundation is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, he's going to take some actions.
Part of the plan.
The main clarifier is the Hermit. Yeah, I'm going to take some actions. I'm going to shine a light on what happened. You can find your own path forward. And the two other clarifiers, you got the Eight of Cups, that emotional walking away, and then you've got the High Priestess, the secrets.
The secrets,
ask me the right questions, I'll tell you the right answers. But it's also keeping secrets. So this could be that, Joe Biden, the intelligence agencies have the information, and it's a situation where, and underneath it is looking at really a bunch of bad options. It could just be that, like you said, David, they've got the information, and they just decide that maybe walking away is the best path, to avoid a major chaotic event in the United States. That is what they're considering. But right now, they've got to find the path forward.
Well, you're asking, is Putin's going to release it? I'd say, yeah, it's part of the plan. Yeah. And expose the cheating, and then he walks away from it. You walk into somebody's house, you prove to them that the husband's been cheating on the wife, and then you leave.
Yeah, and the reason why he did it is because he didn't like the options Trump was giving him.
Or he's not getting what he wants. So, and that was the reading with Putin and Trump. Yep. Overarching energy is that he's got Trump over a barrel.
Yep.
And again, Putin, he doesn't want to control the United States. He wants to bring the United States down from inside and inflict mass chaos.
Yes.
And that's how you do it. You don't do it by having Donald Trump in charge. Donald Trump's ineffective. He found that out in 2016 through 2020, that Donald Trump's not very effective at getting stuff done.
Yeah.
So
he makes
you get him in there, and then you then you chop out the legs right out from underneath our mythology that our elections are secure and we're a democracy. You take out one of the central tenets of it and watch the mayhem ensue.
Can you throw a little four-carder on that lover's card, what that might have meant? When we did the overarching energy.
That was my outcome.
That was your outcome, was the lover's card. What that might have meant.
You're supposed to ask that when I have the whole spread out there. Jeez, buddy. Come on. What's wrong?
The energy's clearly different now than it was 5 minutes ago when you did it.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What was the lover's card for the general energy around the U.S. at inauguration time? The lover's card. Strong action needed to be taken. You got the death card, Wheel of Fortune.
Dang, man.
It's like we got to take things for the next plan. It's like the election's not over. The election should be over and done and dusted, but it's like there's going to be a lot of action being taken and plans being taken. Almost like there's a lawsuit saying you can't swear them in. We got to delay the swearing in until we've sorted this out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you might have. I remember from years ago, folks were seeing an interim government where you had like all the former presidents coming in, and George W. Bush and Obama and Clinton going around the country explaining what happened and trying to keep people calm, so to speak. So you can almost picture having, Biden might remain as president, but you've got a coalition of Obama, Clinton, George W. Bush. Maybe even Biden, takes a step back, and then you've got these three former presidents acting as a coalition government to make decisions which are in the best interest of the United States, that are apolitical.
Yeah.
Biden puts those people in charge and steps back or steps down and leaves them in charge there, so that it's not the Democrats stealing the election. You've got three former presidents who are interested in what's best for the United States, because there's no reelection aspirations for any of them. They can't serve.
Yeah,
because they've all done 8 years.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Trump thinks he should get a third term, so maybe there's still a chance, right?
Well, they're gonna have to suspend the Constitution that they love so much in order to do that.
Indeed.
The Constitution is pretty damn clear. You don't get more than 2 terms.
So it's looking like there's going to be some interesting things happening on Inauguration Day.
Yeah.
Current energy is, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. May you live in interesting times. I think the times are about to get much more interesting.
God.
All right, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you like this, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you really like it. We release a new video at midnight Pacific time every single day. Leave a comment. I read them all, respond to many of them.
Sorry, I'm punting on the ending here because I just don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just 2 months. 2 months of this we're going to have to endure, and it might be more than 2 months.
Yep. Okay, secret card time. Secret card. Here we go.
Yep.
7 of Swords. They're trying to steal the election, it looks like. Let's not let them
and maybe the Democrats are trying to steal it back.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
Right.
now there's an interesting interpretation. While the Republicans are sleeping because the Democrats are telling them, "Yep, no election interference." They're taking all those swords and putting them together in their own little.
Taking the action of putting them right back is like, we'll just take this. You took this out of the garage. We can just take them right back.
That's right.
Then when you wake up in the morning, oh, the thing thing we stole was missing.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? Go back?
Our stolen merchandise.
We're gonna go back to Harris's house. Hey, we stole those parts, auto parts, out of your garage. What are they doing back in your garage? You mean my auto parts that were in my garage?
Yeah.
They've always been here. What are you talking about?
More to come, folks. More to come.
Yeah. Buckle up. We'll catch you on the next video.
Bye.